So I'd get them both because it's just such an unusual thing. You're not gonna see it anywhere else from anyone else. So just get it, is what I'm saying. Before they're like, Beth, just go. Go take a nap because you couldn't remember the word for jacket. There's a lot happening. And I can't hear anything, so I'm just talking to myself. Everybody's like, Beth, you're okay. Everything's fine. Oh, good, I can keep talking. Okay. So we'll just just a couple more. Get a piece of cardstock, do some die cuts. Do this with your kids and grandkids. Let them have at the background. If you're giving a gift, oh, there's Suzanne, hi. If you're giving a gift to somebody, let your child, your grandchild, help you make the card. They will treasure it forever. I treasure you, my friend.
I treasure you, my crafty biscuit.
Heartsies.
Love you. Okay, thanks, Beth. Bye. All right, we're moving on. In fact, we're actually going to go over to England now because Sarah Davey is going to be joining us. Oh yes, I have an entire hour of fabulous Crafters Companion. I'm so pumped about tonight. I'm pumped about the whole day, and I'm glad you guys are having a ball too. I'm going to give you a sneak peek at 2 items coming up. The first one I adore, and we have a lot of brand new in this hour from Sarah. This one is on the table, and what it's called officially, the title is, if I can find it, is Crafters Companion Tiny Treasures Craft Collection. This one's fabulous. You're getting all these amazing, amazing papers, and you're getting a whole bunch of dies to go along with it, and stamps. You know what, guys, I swear this is not the entire kit, but the rest of the kit is coming up. Well, no, babies, nope, this is the wrong kit. So ignore what you just saw. I swear this isn't it. It's got dies, it's got stamps, it's got a whole bunch of stuff in it. Oh, we'll find it. Anyway, so it's coming up. Sarah will clarify it. It's called the Crafters Companion Tiny Treasures Collection. And what it is, it's about babies and kids. And she's really focused on that, which I thought was super cool. So we'll get to that coming up. It's brand new. You've never seen it before. But I mean, it is a massive kit. It literally goes a couple pages. So we'll see that in a bit. And then this one, again, this is not the entire kit. It's just a little teeny bit of it. This one is called our Heart Die Set. And what's lovely about this is you just can never have enough hearts. You know, we're always sending love. And for me, it's not just like, okay, it's just Valentine's Day, or it's I love you, it's the wedding, it can be a sympathy card, it can be I'm gonna miss you, you know, it can be so many different things. And so she's put together an entire collection of just hearts, which is absolutely lovely. All right, so she's so funny. Sarah Davies knows that I adore when she does her mega kits. And this one is so good, you guys. So Dixon, we're gonna have to do is really widen out or start over here and we'll go that way. Here we go. This is one of her brand new mega sets. It's never been on the air. The value to price ratio is outrageous with her mega sets. We start over here with the most colorful, gorgeous papers, all brand new artwork you've never seen. You're gonna get a jungle die to go with it. Look at these stamps of these majestic, beautiful lions and tigers and all that kind of good stuff. I love it when she includes this paper because it actually has a velvet texture to it that's so much fun to work with. It all feels like crocodile skin. Then you're getting 2 of the embossing folders to go with it. You're getting another die, which she'll explain. You're getting rub-ons with this. You're getting stamps with this. You're getting the matching foils. We have more goodies. Look at this. You're getting an entire pack of the jungle themed, and she'll get into this in just a second. Powders are included. You're getting more dies, more stamps, and oh my gosh, if there wasn't enough, you're even getting more paper. So there you go, guys. It is our first brand new of the year mega kit for $149.95. You're getting basically right now a $40 savings. Don't forget, $7.50 will ship your entire craft order today. All right, so who's gonna join me? Because she is truly the star of this hour. It's Miss Sarah Davies. Hi, Sarah Davies, how are you?
Good morning, lovely lady. You see, I know better than to launch one of my big mega kits in any show other than your big launch show.
Thank you very much.
So this is a world launch, and I tell you what, Suzanne, you're going to love it. This was actually, it's been a customer request for over a year now. People keep asking. It's all of these amazing big stamps and then textured. So you said about that gorgeous flocked paper. This is the textured cardstock that we're going to be using, and beautiful stamps to colour. We've got things like the rub-ons that we were just looking at, but these just aren't any rub-ons. You can rub on, and they're double-sided adhesive rub-ons, so we can apply our foil to them if you want as well. You've got those incredible papers where you've got the really vibrant textures in the background, the little die sets to put everything together like this. And then, like you say, it's when we have everything working together, the stamps which complement the dies, which complement the papers, which complement the embellishments, everything just absolutely works. So I wanted to show you a couple of little cards that you could be doing with this collection. And then I'm going to run you through everything that's in it, Suzanne, because it's a mega, mega, mega bundle, this one, okay? Now, if I start, I'm actually going to start with that special flocked paper. So when you see on cards like this, where you're doing the tigers or the lions or the toucans or whatever, you want this, not just ordinary paper, but it's got this flocked special raised effect on it. Now, it's a massive collection. You get multiple sheets. You get 24 sheets in total, but you're getting 3 each of all of these snake skins, of like the zebra print, the giraffe print on them. So they're all either flocked or snake skinned. So you're getting them special effects with each and every one, and that's a whole big collection, right? Then we move on to the 12 by 12 pad. Now, you have not seen printing like this before. The colours are so intense. Now, we designed it so that, yes, it's a 12 by 12. However, I know a lot of you are going to use it either in your scrapbooking, making gift bags, 3D home decor projects, but also your card making. Just taking a small element of one of these sheets is going to give you so much that you can do with it. So you've got the whole 12 by 12 pad. And if you love the 12 by 12 pad, Suzanne, we do have that as an extra. I know a lot of people often like to get multiples on the 12 by 12 pad. And then, as you said, we've done the linen effect cardstock in the exact matching colour palette. So it's a 24 sheet pad, 9 by 12, but the exact matching coordinating colours that go back to that 12 by 12, and you do your beautiful mats and layers with that linen effect, okay? So that is the first set. Now, really wanted to get into some of the exciting things as well, because we've done 2 gorgeous effect embossing folders. So one that's like your snake skin, and one that's going to give you like a zebra or a leopard print. And you can see when we start to apply them into the back, this is the effect where you put your ink into the embossing folder. This is where we're just using it on the linen effect cardstock, but then we're rubbing over it with a little bit of texture. It looks incredible. So you've got both of those. Now, this is something, it's the first time we've included them like this in a big Sarah Signature collection. It's called Pearl Powders. So we've had these on in a collection before, but this is a specific colour set. So can you see? They're in little tiny shaker pots like this, Suzanne. And you're going to do your stamped effects and then apply that powder over the top. Isn't that fabulous?
I love that.
So that is just stamped.
Wait, let me ask you a question, Sarah. Do you have to emboss? Do you have to heat emboss that, or is that just happens automatically? Nope. No heat embossing?
You're just going to stamp it with your watermarking pad and then put your pearl powder on, and it'll stick beautifully. And that's it on the black. But then that's it on the white as well, so it works on both. And actually, Suzanne, you don't need to use them just where we've stamped. This is one of the die-cut pieces, and then we've just used it. You just apply a bit of adhesive, and it'll stick to the adhesive. So the 4 colour sets that you are getting in the pearl powders are these 4 colours here. So it's really that intense royal jungle feel. So if you are someone who loves the pigment and the deep colours, this is the collection for you, right? I'm about 20% of the way through, just to give you an idea on value and how much is in there, right? Now, these rub-ons I love. So I've just been watching Beth do the rub-ons. What's brilliant about these is, so the same way that Beth did the rub-ons, but instead of you having, they're not just black, they are double-sided adhesive, so that you can then rub foil onto these. Great. You could rub your pearl powders onto these, and we've got all different types of rub-ons. So you get multiple sheets of each of things like the backgrounds on here. You're going to get the leopard print and the tiger print and the zebra print on here. But then also all of your icons and motifs, you're getting multiples of each one of those. So really, really loads to go at that you can be working with, okay? So those are your rub-ons, and then you get the foil, so that if you do want to do them as foil transfers, you can use them as foil transfers. Then I start and move on to all the animals. Suzanne, it's massive, right?
It's so good.
It's either king of the jungle or queen of the jungle,
Love it.
right? So we've got the big lion. That is that lion. Now look at him. And that there is that amazing embossing folder in the background, Suzanne, with the pearl powders on. So you can see how everything works together.
God, that's gorgeous.
You've got the toucan, and that was the one that you saw that I'd stamped. But how fabulous does it look? You love to colour. You know I love to colour. These are made to colour. that elephant. You know, ironically, grey is one of my favourite colours to colour with. And I think it's because you can get such depth and dimension in the shading. That's all done with your warm greys on there. And then you've also got the tiger in there, which could also be doubled up as a bit of a snow leopard if you wanted to do it a little bit differently. And then we move on to all of the dies. So then, well, we've got stamps and dies. So you've got all the stamps that bring everything together. Then you've got that mini set of dies, Suzanne. So you'll see a lot of the cards I did all have these little mini dies poking round, and they just really finish everything off. You've got a lovely big edgeable, so that if you want to do, there's that tiger done as a snow leopard with different colour palette, but with the edgeable cut up to the side there as well. And then there it is. So you've got that as the stamp in the middle with the extra die set, so you can be putting this together. That is everything in the collection. It is one of the biggest Sarah signatures we've ever brought, and having things like the transfers and the pearl powders just makes it a little bit different.
Well, and then, Sarah, when you think about it, you start adding the price. I told you the value to the price ratio is out of whack. I mean, this entire table is coming to your house, and we don't even have all of it out here. For example, on the paper she showed, you're getting sheet after sheet. Now, if you want to get more paper, she always offers just the paper by itself. We have that available. It's 12 by 12 is the size, and you're getting 24 sheets. So that's available by itself. But oh my gosh, and look at these two, double-sided. So look at all the different prints you get to work with. Like, you're gonna lose it on this one. I mean, that's just an amazing paper pad. And again, Kevin, I don't know if you have the graphics for just the paper pad alone. Yeah, there it is. A lot of people wanna get extra paper because they go through this so quickly. It's very funny though, this one time, Sarah had a jungle style one, and it was out in the hallway, Sarah, and I've told you the story before. I literally was hustling because we're always walking really fast because we gotta be on the air. And I dead stopped. I didn't even look at everything you got. I just loved the print so much that I bought it. And then I got it at home. And it's so much fun when you open the box because you're like, and this, and this, and this, and you'll watch the presentation. You just don't realize how much stuff you get until you open the box when you get it at home. So this value is unbelievable. If you were just, Sarah, to do a couple of your dies that have the side cut out, like what is that just by itself if you had a couple of these in a kit?
They're $19.95 a die for those big dies, Suzanne.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just for one of them. Just gives you a little bit of an idea of quite the value that we're talking about there. Do you know what I wanted to show you first, Suzanne? I wanted to show you how those rub-ons work and also the pearl powders. So can you see, I've taken this rub-on just like you saw Beth doing in the last hour, but the difference is this is double-sided adhesive. So now, instead of that being like a black design, that is now adhesive. So what we can do is take our pearl powders, and I can put the different shades of the pearl powders, and we can just by giving it a little bit of a dust over the top and mixing those colours in together. I know it looks a little bit like, just an explosion of colour at the moment, but as soon as you take a brush, just brush them over, it's giving all of that lovely background, all of the different colours from the pearl.
Okay,
I love that. Shade.
I love that.
Isn't that incredible?
And then show them the foils, because you could have done the foil as well.
Yes. So if I want to do that with the foil, there's the same design with the foil. You just take one of those rub-ons, lie it down, release the foil off instead, and then instead of transferring the rub-on, you would get this foil background. There it is done. So can you see you'd get that same background but done with the foils? So you've got the other type background. And we've done these onto, look at this one here. That is that foil rub-on onto the different textured cardstocks that we've got. This is where we've done it in the bright blue. Just incredible design, Suzanne.
I gotta tell you, there's so many pieces, I didn't even bother counting them up. And this is one of her, you have to understand too, these are one and doners. If it sells out on you, you'll never get a chance of this again. And I have to tell you, just individual pieces alone, we're talking hundreds and hundreds of dollars of goodies inside here. So it's a mega kit. We do have 3 flex on it, so you can spread your payments out over 3 months. That's $49.98. And just as a reminder, in case you're just channel surfing, we are $7.50 today and today only. No, actually that lasts for like 2 days. To get all your stuff shipped to you for only $7.50 of your crafting items, which is a huge way to save a ton of money. If you just want the papers, there you go. It's 12 by 12 in terms of the size, and they're 24 sheets. They are double-sided, so think about that. Now, this kit, next kit, and another kit coming up, if you do not have a phenomenal electronic cutting machine, this is the electronic one I have. I have the Marquis as my little guy from last hour, and I have the Gemini 2. I love this machine so much. It's die cutting, it's embossing. Obviously, it's a much bigger format. Look at everything you get. You get everything you make to what's called the sandwich is how you use it. And then they've popped in the vacuum cleaner for all the little bits and pieces we have left. And it actually does. It sucks up all the little stuff that comes off your dies. That is included. We do not have a lot of these, although it's so much fun that they're finally back in stock. And we're at $379.95. In that case, we have 5 flex pays. And that not only will work with the last kit, it's going to work with the next kit we have. And this is another brand new item. And it's really focusing on sentiments. And it's called the Banner Die set. So you're going to get all of these little sentiments that you see here, obviously in one collection for only $19.95, and there's 20 different sentiments in this set. So Sarah, sorry, I got a lot of guests coming up today. Sarah, why did you decide to make this? Because this is a very specific and I think a really unique set.
It is, and that's the idea, Suzanne. So what you've got is, you've got the die where it stays connected in the card and doesn't cut out at the top and bottom, which is just a little bit different to anything else you might have worked with. So can you see that? That just to say, and it actually stays connected in the card. So if you're wanting to do cards like these ones here,
cute.
Can you see that congratulations cuts into the card? Actually, when I turn it around, you can see it's cut into the card in a really unique way. Now, you can either use it cutting into the card, or we can use it just as a banner on the front of the card if you want, into the center of any of the card. Or what I will do is show you how you can do cards like this, where we can layer these different sentiments up on top of each other. This is what is so unique about it. So if I just give you a little bit of an idea, Suzanne, what I've done is I've taken one big piece of card here, and I've got 2 of the banners. I've got just to say and happy birthday. And what I can do is I can take the happy birthday and pop it down here. I can take the just to say and pop it up at the top. And then if you use just a little bit of tape to hold them in place, we're going to send them through our machine. But the difference is they're cutting into the card, not out of the card. Now, as you said, I'm going to use the Gemini. So it's the first time we've had it back in stock for a little while. So I'm going to pop that in place there. I'm going to send it through, and it will cut those dies out, but the rest will stay connected in the card. That's what's unique and different. They're not just a sentiment die. They're a banner that cuts into your card. So when I lift this out like this, you see, and I take that just to say, the just to say, there we go, you can see that there. Oh, it's connected in the card, which is really different. Just to say, happy birthday, we can just, take that off really gently, pop these extra little bits out. And then what I've done, Suzanne, is I've planned my whole card around the fact that I've got the just to say happy birthday. I've done a one here where I've just put some foam pads on the back. I can raise that up on the front of a card, and then actually we can make a whole topper. So we've built in the sentiment in a different way. There's a 9th birthday. These are coming up a little bit later, but we've got a just to say happy birthday for someone turning 9. But then if you wanted to do something a little bit different with them, watch what we can do here. So I can line up different ones. Let's use the just to say again. So I've got my just to say, and I'm going to go this time just to say. And then what else have I got? Just to say thinking of you. We can line up the next thinking of you. Special friend. So we've got 3 different dies this time lined up. They'll all line up in the center of the card, and they'll all cut out in their own way. And this is what's so great about these. They're really different and really unique. And in a second, I'm going to show you all of the different ways you can use them. But I think it's getting people to understand what makes these dies a little bit special.
Yeah, they're
now,
very
while
different.
they're cutting out, Suzanne, I'll just show everybody, these are all of the words that you've got. So we've got just to say, hello, beautiful, thinking of you with sympathy, good luck, congratulations. You've got your birthday ones, anniversary, little note with love, best wishes, love you lots, thank you, special friend, just for you, and get well soon. And the idea is, like I said, Suzanne, you can layer these up. So
well,
that
let
when
me
I
ask you a
take
question,
multiples
Sarah.
of these.
What were the blank ones for?
The blank ones, right. So if I just show you this here, you get all these edgeables as well. So you can take each of these where it's got a straight edge, and we could add on a scallop or a big scallop or a zigzag, or you can add on a stitched edge. So that, for example, when we looked at this one, it was good luck, but we took the zigzag edge along the top of it. Yeah. Or you've got the Hello Beautiful, but we've now added the stitched edge on the top and bottom.
That's really
clever. Just gives you that little bit more flexibility and versatility, right?
Yeah.
Now, the one that we've done there, just to say, thinking of you, special friend. And then what I've done, Suzanne, is I've taken this, and you can add that onto the back piece of a card. So we can take the two of them together. Just pop a couple of little designs, top and bottom as it was. And you can see, just by having that in the middle, on this card here, I've done this where we've got the just to say thinking of you special friend, but they are cut into the card in a different and unique way. And that's what I love about these. They are so very, very different and so versatile, but give you a completely different look. And it's not very often that we will get all of these different banners for every different occasion, and they will kind of come in, Suzanne, under $20.
Yeah, it's amazing. And again, here's the nice thing I love about dies is you get to use them like forever and ever and ever. It's just so nice because unlike stickers, you know, you can use them once and you're like, oh, I gotta go buy some more stickers, or even stamps for that matter. But dies, I mean, just you think about how many years you're gonna use these, and it's under a $20 bill. Did you use the little scallopy things on the top of that card too?
Yes, so
That's
here's how it is,
great.
Suzanne. So can you see, you've got a little note, but we use the scallop on the very, very top.
That's great.
And then also on the very, very bottom, and it's just a little bit different.
Yeah.
So now you've seen all the ones that you've got. I'm going to show you again the edges that you get. There's the scallop that we just used on that one. You get the different size scallops, the zigzag, and then you've also got that stitched edge. But then all of these different words, and each time I want you to think about layering them up and using them all in conjunction with each other, because, you know, they're not designed to work just in isolation. They're designed to be able to layer up and use on top of each other in completely different ways. And don't just think about your cards. You can see here we've used them on the sides of boxes. So they've cut into the sides of the box, and I just think they're a little bit different and a little bit unique, Suzanne.
Oh, I think completely unique. I've never seen anything quite like it, to be honest with you. It's almost like a theater marquee.
Do you think so?
A little bit, yeah. Because, you know, when you see it and the words are up there, it just kind of reminds me of it, which would be really cool if you had anything to do with theater, right? Or a performance or something like that. You can make it look that way. That is just really brilliant. All right, here's what we're doing though, Miss Sarah, just to give you guys an update. We've sold, I think, 400 or 500 right now. I have 700 left, and then this one's gonna be gone. Please don't forget, if you do need an amazing die cutting machine, again, I have a lot of them, but the Gemini 2 is the one I have as my electronic one. This one I highly recommend, and there's less than 50, by the way. Sorry, we couldn't bring in too many, did we? There's less than 50 if you want to get the die cut and embossing machine. It's called the Gemini 2. So it's upgraded. It's just a beautiful machine, and you get the little vacuum cleaner, which is so darn cute. Just understand I have less than 50 now remaining here in the electronic cutting machine. And you'll see us, we've got another kit coming up. Just FYI, you have to stick around to see Tiny Treasures. I didn't have the whole kit out here. It's such a massive wow kit. That's brand new, and it's still coming up before this hour's done with Miss Sarah. All right, Sarah, here's what we're gonna do. Oh my gosh, I gotta tell you, I just bought a book. It's called Funky Florals, and it's all about watercolors and then drawing petals and flowers on top of it. I am not a good artist at all, but with this trick of using watercolors and then me learning some basic petal shapes, I can do it. So sorry, I have to tell you, I just bought the book. It just arrived. It's all about watercolors. The whole theory is use these watercolors in the background and then draw the petals on top. And then I also thought, oh, I'm just gonna stamp on top of it with my floral designs. Anyway, that's coming. I know it's a beautiful thing. It's all kismet. That is coming up next. So if you've really wanted to learn how to watercolor, and for those of us who aren't artists, it is the coolest way to create amazing backgrounds and so much more. That's coming up next, and it's brand new.
For Jay King, every day is a new adventure. He travels the globe to bring you his mind finds and exotic jewelry collection. Discover brilliant gems and exquisite pieces you can only find here at HSN. Here at HSN, we base our retail values on nationwide information. Retail value is an indication of the price you would expect to pay for the same or similar item elsewhere. not the price at which you would be able to sell the item. Prices do vary around the country, so ours might be different from prices in your area. For more information, call one of our customer service reps at 1-800-284-3900. HSN is excited to bring you one of our biggest Tucson gem events ever. Discover stunning jewelry treasures from around the world, all from the comfort of your living room. Featuring exclusive mine finds by Jay King, beautiful gemstone pieces from Rarities, Colleen Lopez, and so much more. It's a week filled with gems you won't want to miss. The Tucson Gem Event tonight at midnight, only on HSN.
A special offer for you. Take 15% off your next single item purchase when you sign up for HSN Tax. Plus, stay up to date on the latest promos and events. Love to save? Just tax HSN to 70514. Happy shopping.
HSN. I'm Suzanne Runyon, and this is our first big crafting event of the entire year. So hi, all my crafting cuties and everybody who wants to create, make, or maybe you're even a beginner, you're at the right place. I'm gonna tell you my host closet tonight. I am wearing a sort of cardigan. This is not a cardigan. I don't know why they put cardigan, but it's okay. It's still super cute. This is actually a sweater that sort of looks like a cardigan. It's got the buttons, but it is a V-neck sweater. It is part of the Marla Wynn collection, which is one of my favorite designers here at HSN. And if you'd like to get more information about it, you go to what's called our host closet. It's a really easy way to shop for many of the items that we're actually wearing. And there it is. Just type in host closet in the search on the home page, and you can indeed buy many of the pieces that we have on. No, my skirt's not available. Although Debbie Denman, I must say, did something similar to it, and it could be online, maybe, I don't know. But check out Debbie's what is it called? Curations collection. There we go. All right, so this is such a funny, great coincidence. I love watercoloring. I am not a good artist at all. And why I think watercoloring is so great is because you don't have to be a good artist and you get the coolest effects. And I just bought a book, a real hardbound book. I'm so happy for it. And it's all about watercolor backgrounds. And it's called Funky Florals. If you want to get it, you can find it out there. But anyway, I was like, oh my gosh, I can really honestly, to God, look like I can paint something because of watercoloring. And then, ta-da, we have a brand new set from Sarah that's on the air tonight. So it's actually worked out really well. This is called our Essentials 6-piece watercolor set. You have two different choices. You have the Essential choice, and then we have the Inspiration choice. And she'll get into that in just a second. Just FYI, we also have a really cool kit to go with it. And it's the tools that you need to really take your watercolor idea to the next level. And those are right here. And it's called the Artist Accessory Kit. So when you see Sarah working with everything tonight, know that part of that's going to be working with this as well. All right, so isn't that a funny story, Sarah? I just got the book the other day. I haven't been able to sit down with it, but I think watercoloring is not only a fantastic technique, it's very easy to do if you have the right tools.
It's always the case, Suzanne. A little bit of knowledge, the right equipment to work with, and you're ready to go. Now, this is, you'll have seen us have the watercolor pens. You know our Spectrum Noir pens? This is the ink that we put in the pens. So instead of having, because in your pen, you've got a little Transorb with the ink in. This is a huge pipette dropper, 30 mils of the ink, right? Let me get a lovely big piece of cardstock and just show you what happens when you have intensive amounts of the ink that you can work with. So I'm just going to have a little bit of, I'm going to spritz some water down here so that we have a whole load of nice wet cardstock, right? This is in the accessory selection that we talked about. Now, once you have the pipettes and the watercolor, Suzanne, we can drop all of our own colors on here, and you can start and mix all of your own watercolors as well. And all I'm doing here is dropping a couple of little pipettes onto here. Look at that, love the effect that you can get. And that is just from taking two of those shades, Suzanne, and starting to merge and blend them together. So people do this with their pens, but you're using so much more ink than what you need to, because you're taking it out of the pen. You paid for the expense of the pen. all you're wanting to do is play with the ink. So that's how we want to make our own background. Now, have you ever tried the technique, Suzanne, with the shaving foam? So with the watercolor inks?
No.
I've just taken, oh, well, you're going to love this one, okay? So I've just taken some shaving foam, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop some of the ink onto the shaving foam background, right?
Okay.
And we're going to make like our own special effect background colour. This is just one of so many techniques. And trust me, go and have a little look on YouTube, Suzanne, and you'll see we've done loads of different like technique videos teaching you all of this, right? So, got a little bit of ink, got a little bit of colour. Let's take one of those pipettes and just swooshy it all around to make like a nice background effect,
cool.
right?
Okay.
Maybe this orange wasn't the colour to mix with the green, right? Never mind, once you've got the colour, all we do is we take our cardstock, put it into the shaving foam, right?
Yeah.
Lift it off. And I know it looks like a really big mess at the moment, but then if we just take something smooth and rub it off, you can see there, we rub off as soon as I take all of that shaving foam background off. And you get left with just the background, just the effect of the shaving foam.
Oh, that's wild.
So the one that I've done here, there we go. Once you've taken it off, it just leaves just the effect of the swirls.
Oh, that's cool.
So that's what's really clever with it. But also, Suzanne, there's just so many really clever effects that you can do with it if you wanted to do. So you were talking about painting before. Mm-hmm. So what I can do now is I could paint like a flower. So, or a butterfly. You know I love a good butterfly, right? So if I just paint the wings of the butterfly just in water, this is what's really clever about this. So I've got the kind of nice watercolory base as it was. Take those colours, and if I drop them, they're only going to take into where we have the water. And then you can merge all of those different colours together, and it'll only go where we have water, and you can start and get that lovely kind of special effect, washed out background. So once you're working with intensive colours, and you can see what I've done there, Suzanne, is I've taken that one, I've drawn over the butterfly wings there. So I've just given myself all of these lovely backgrounds.
Hey, Sarah, can I add one thing to it, if you don't mind, too, because it'd be very cool. So let's say you have Sarah does beautiful floral stamps, and butterflies for that matter. So the one technique is, Sarah, is like you kind of take the stamp, you look at the size of it, and you put a blop of a couple colors there, and then a blop of a couple colors here. Then you let it dry and go back with black ink, and then stamp the florals on it. And so it's a really cool effect, but it's very, very easy to do.
Oh, Suzanne, working with watercolours is absolutely brilliant. All you're doing is you're dumping some water, dropping a few little colours of ink.
Right.
And quite often, I'll show you the background colours that we've got, and then I'll show you some of the techniques that we've done. So this is your first that you're going to choose. This is called Colour Inspirations. So I want you to see just how highly pigmented all of these watercolours are. So you'll recognise the colours. It is the same ink that we work with in our pens. You're just getting it in an intensive format. This one here is the Colour Essentials. So choose, are you going for the essentials or are you going for the inspirations? Now, to give you an idea of the backgrounds, as you were talking there, Suzanne, right? This is what we're talking about.
Great. Yes,
so this
that's exactly
is painted into, there you go, painted into the stamp, re-stamped over the top, but then also done as a nice background. Yep. I mean, I like the really artsy stuff like this, okay?
Wow, that's
So that's where the butterflies have been stamped, masked up, and then just dropping some pipettes of colour in the background. But you could never achieve this effect with just your pen, Suzanne, because it's so ink intensive. That's the beauty of it, they're really ink intensive.
Gorgeous.
Now this I love,
I do too.
because that is just, again, dropping pipettes of ink, and then can you see we've put a little bit of the foil into there as well. So using the pen to bring some accents, and then adding the foil on the top, and then you can even just paint with them if you...
Yeah, just do traditional painting with them. Yeah. Oh, that's a great idea. And you guys, if you haven't tried watercoloring before, trust me, it really makes everything. You make the most beautiful backgrounds on scrapbooks and cards, and it looks like you know what you're doing, and you don't have to know diddly squat. And then please go online, because not only Sarah, but tons of people have a lot of watercolor techniques online that are beyond. The foam's pretty fun, the shaving foam, but there's a lot of different ways you can use watercolors. So please don't miss out. Again, you're getting 6 in each choice, and as Sarah mentioned, it's called the Inspiration, a little bit brighter, or you have the Essentials. Want to mentioned to you, you saw her working with some of the tools, the droppers and things like that. We've got it available in what's called the Essentials Kit. This tool right here, I'm gonna pick this one up because I wanna see it real quick too. Oh, it's a squirt. This is great. Oh my gosh, that's another really cool technique, is you're gonna spritz and kind of spit on the paper. So that's part of this as well. And you get the droppers, and you can actually mix colors in these little guys, which would be really cool. Because that's also, you know, if you have regular watercolor or pens, you're not actually mixing new colors. You can kind of blend them, but this allows you to mix them. All right, so there you go. Oh, okay, this is really awesome. I'm very, Sheena Lino. This is from Sheena. It's the Lino Effect Stamp Set. And this is huge, guys, and you're getting everything you see in front of me. Now, we were talking about incredible stamps. This is where we are. Like, so beautiful. Such impeccable detail you'll find in this collection. And here's what we have, $29.95. You're getting 4 of the Lino Effect photopolymer, which are the best stamps, which are 5 of the blossom and birds. You're getting 8 of the branching out, 6 of the luscious lupins, which I've got to have Sarah explain what that is, and 5 of the puppy pods. So let's jump into this one. So Miss Sheena here.
Yes, so, you know, Sheena is a fabulous artist, Suzanne. So for people like you and me, where we say we aren't artists, we just love the watercolor, we love the artist effects. Yeah. This allows you to have that. Now, Lino stamps, as you can see, this one here. So these are the lovely poppy heads. This is the design here. She's drawn these to look like those Lino stamps that people carve out. And then all you're going to do, when I want to come and stamp with them, I'm going to pop the stamp in place here. I'm going to pick that up. And then using something like an opaque pigment ink pad, or you could use a quick dry ink pad, but like an intensive black ink pad, I'm going to do that lovely Lino effect stamping, where we just stamp down onto one of our lovely watercolor effect backgrounds.
Oh, that's great.
Now, if you ever get this, by the way, where you've missed a few little bits, the beauty of these stamping platforms is we can just go back in with more ink, we can turn round, we can give it another stamp layer over there, and then you end up with that beautiful, perfect stamp background. And you can see this one, Suzanne, just when I've added on the with thanks and a couple of little bits, it's just, but it's a really simple card. So the idea is I want you to be able to take those designs. So that one there is working from this stamp set that she's done. So she's done those lovely poppy heads. And then you've also got the little piece. But if you're wanting to do mixed media type backgrounds, where you're using your stencils and your stamps and you're layering up, or you're using your inks to create like a really intense background like this, I love these ideas, Suzanne, where we've just inked around the outside to give it that depth and dimension, but beautiful stamps. So that's the poppy head. Then this is the one which is your blossom and bird. So you can see that you've got the big bird, there's the blossom. Again, when you use them together, now this is using the pearl powders that were from the Royal Jungle set to create a background and stamping on top. This one is where we've done a little bit of stamping in the background, but then this is also being glittered over to give it another effect. This one is the branching out. So it's got that lovely big iconic branch in a few of the leaves. But when you see that made into a card, those are the type of backgrounds. Now, these are all done on photopolymer stamps. So it's not like a regular acrylic stamp. If you ever see artists doing stamps and trying to recreate artist effect and stamped effects like that, you'll see it's not very often they use acrylic stamps. They use photopolymer stamps, and it's because a photopolymer gives a much crisper, lifelike kind of transfer of image. So if you ever want a really effective transfer of image, your photopolymer is how you would do it. So we've worked with Sheena for a lot of years, and she'll only work with, but we have to recreate her images in photopolymer so that you get an exact artist recreation of what she originally drew.
It's incredible detail. That's what you get with photopolymer. You just get such detail you can't give with regular clear stamps. All right, you're getting all of them. They're all in one kit. I have less than 800 available, so stay on the line for this one if you want to go to hsn.com. Quite frankly, it's been a fun, busy night. That's the easiest and quickest way, is just to be able to order your items and kind of knock it out. Couple things to remember. Number one, do not leave stuff sitting in your cart. If something's about to sell out, we will take it from your cart and put it into the person's cart who's actively buying it. So never wait on that. And number two is, don't forget, it's $7.50 to ship your entire crafting order today. So go ahead and check out all day long. We will end up giving you the free shipping automatically after you hit $7.50 on that original shipping charge. So great day to get busy. We all love when we do a shipping cart. Everybody asked for it, and yes, we've got it today. All right, this next one, I gave you an accidental peek preview of this in the beginning of the show. And this one's really, really beautiful. I really love it because it's this whole faded, almost collage look. And it's a 24 12 by 12 sheet. It's called Distressed Florals. And these are all as well double-sided. So it's everything you're seeing on the table in a gorgeous pack. So, Sarah, this is very interesting, and I thought with Sheena's beautiful line art, how pretty that would be back to this kit.
Do you know what, Suzanne? I'm gonna blow our own trumpet here,
okay.
and I'm not even gonna make any qualms about it. We have some of the best surface pattern designers in the world working in our team, right?
Yeah.
And it means that our paper pads are just next level. And the way that it works, it's incredible. I go past their desks every morning and see the girls working away on this. And the special effects that they're able to do, they illustrate, they then take their illustrations into the computer, they start and layer them up like this, they create the distressed backgrounds. So it's a mix of being fantastic illustrators and then also being able to do all of this kind of multi-layer pattern effects. Now, the paper pads that we do, they're all double-sided. So what I always say is it's like a double A track. There's no B tracks in this one, right? You get like a more, it's not a flat, but it's not, we get one side's really intensively designed, the other side is a base layer of the intensive design, which means that when you're looking, so for example on that one, you've got loads of points of interest if you go for the front side, but the back side's nice if you ever want to matte and layer, or you just want to do like special effects. So you can see that it's got like cracked glass special effect on the background there. So really, really beautiful designs when we make them, okay? Now, what we do is we then take these and make them into projects. So just to give you an idea of what some of our design team have been doing, these, I mean, if you're wanting to do this as cards, they make the most beautiful cards in there. You can be using them for decorating all of your 3D projects and boxes. So you can see here, we've cut out things like the little butterfly, laid up pieces of the card, made gorgeous three-dimensional components like this. This one I absolutely loved. One of our designers has done this. And it just shows you when you have beautiful papers like this to work with, the world's your oyster, as it was. I mean, this here is a little set just to keep all of your little pieces in. And this is all just using various different elements from that collection. They really are very, very special papers, Suzanne. And I think once you've got them, you'll see all the different ideas of how you can be using them. But if you do like that kind of distressy look, this is what gives you that fabulous distressed look.
It's beautiful, really a gorgeous set. And please remember, we say 24, but when you think it's double-sided, it's really 48 pieces. Oh, and one little extra note, anytime you can get paper from England overseas, I call it paper plus, because it's not like regular US paper. It's always a heavier weight, and it's really, really gorgeous. Okay, got to really quickly tell you about our HSN credit card. We got a lot going on with it. One of those is $15 off when you buy your first item using our card. Honestly, I think there's so many other really impressive things that you can do with it. One of my favorites is VIP financing, and we have something that's more expensive. We give you interest-free months to pay it off on certain items. So I just wanted to point that out. If you'd like to check out our card and get all the details, go to hsn.com. I'm stopping here. We've got the Gemini. We have now, we sold 10 of them already this hour. There's literally 40 left for the entire day. This is the electronic machine I have. This is the one I use when I need to go big and bold and really powerful. You get everything you see here. There's 40 left for the whole day. It's on sale. We love that, our HSN deal. And we have 5 flex on this as well. The reason I'm showing you this is because it works with the next 2 items coming up. So handy dandy, right? All right, so we're gonna jump into our next item. And I told you this one is so cool. I am so excited about it because it's completely different than anything, and I've been very blessed to work with Sarah for many years now, that she's ever done before. This is all about babies and toddlers and kids, and it is a massive set. Look at all the little packages you get. You get this entire set of dies and stamps and papers. That is some of the cutest things I've ever seen in my life. So again, a mega set, yet only $59.95, and of course we have 3 flex. Sarah, thanks for doing this. This is, I'm sure you've done it at some point, but I've never ever personally seen you do a baby set like this.
We get asked, Suzanne, all the time. And what I love is you make an investment in a baby set, and then once you've got it, that's it. You've got it.
True.
You know, things don't go out of fashion. It's always going to be how you're doing things for babies. Now, my sister is expecting again, so I'm going to be an auntie for the second time.
Aww.
So I'll be really honest, that was my big driver. I was seeing all of the baby stuff, and I was like, we get asked all the time to do baby stuff, guys. I've really got to get on this. I've got to get on making some beautiful stuff. And I've been inspired by all of the things that she's been researching for that. She's having another little girl. So this is the
I
sort
need
of
that hot air
theme
balloon in
kind
my
of
life.
going for. Oh, Suzanne, we all need that hot air balloon now. But what I love is, it doesn't have to just be babies. Look, that would be a fabulous 4th birthday card in there as well. Or even like our Gracie, my little niece, she's 5. You know, this would be a perfect card for a little 5-year-old as well. So brilliant for babies. And I would say brilliant for little toddlers. So those early years, let's say it's like an early years set. Yeah. But I just think it's a really, really special and different set. You know it's a good one when the designers that work with us, who've had all of our collections, absolutely go to town on the samples that they make. They have been probably the best set of samples I've seen from Crafters Companion in years and years and years.
Cute.
It's that balloon, Suzanne. It's that balloon that you absolutely love. And then look at this, the rainbow. We've got this amazing rainbow die set, which is fabulous to use as like a shaker card as well. There's just so much you can do with every component in this whole set, right? Now, let me walk you through everything, because it's a massive set. We've tried to be really good and just be like, not get carried away, but it's everything that you would need baby-wise. So the paper pad, we've done a 6x6 paper pad, because that should be adequate for you, having all of the little designs that you need for different baby designs. So you can see they're all the same iconography, the same designs that we've got working in that 6x6. There's those rainbows and the hot air balloons that we talked about, right? Then there is the rainbow that we talked about, really cute little rainbow. And when you see it used on a card, that is it brought to life on this card.
And that's a die. Those are dies.
That's a die set, yep. And then can you see like the sun and the clouds and everything? That's another set of dies. So there's all of the dies in here. And again, use them on things like your shaker cards. Use them to embellish your cards in here. Now, we've also got in there, Hope Your Birthday is Super. It's just like a little die set like this, which is going to work with everything. But you'll see we've used that alongside the alphabet. So you do get a full alphabet in that really kind of like juvenile, it's the Tiny Treasures font. It's the font that goes with this set. So you can see there, if we're wanting to do things like new baby girl, or what we've done is we've done the exact matching set in the alphabet and also the numbers. So you can see they all perfectly match in together. And you've got the ordinals that go with all of the numbers, so that we can do things like happy 1st birthday.
Great.
And that the ordinals are all stamps. So these are all stamps, whereas these are dies. Then we've also got a lovely big set. So this is like a banner. So can you see when you bring it up onto a card, it's done as like a little hanging banner like this for you to add the baby onto. Got that baby boy and all them extra pieces. You've got the shooting star stamps and die set in there as well, where we're going to stamp them and then die cut them around, and you can see using all of those pieces together. And then the one that you loved, Suzanne, is that beautiful hot air balloon.
Good.
So I want you to think about die cutting this out of one colour of card, inking around the edges, layering up the next few pieces, so that when it goes together, you can see there, we've done that hot air balloon, we've inked up around the edges, we've brought it in, and then of course to finish off every card, you've also got all of these little sentiments that are the finishing touches really that put the card, bring the card to life.
I love this kit so much. I mean, you've got grandbabies, everybody's got babies in their life, right? Either baby's coming or baby's already born or a toddler. This would be perfect. I'll tell you what's really great, because you're getting the alpha set and you're getting the numbers, you can use that for tons of stuff. Like, I love that font style. I don't think it's too juvenile. I just think it's fun and playful. So think about that. I mean, it's everything you see here, guys, down to the cutest little circles and a little heart down in here, all the little things. And I love it. Look, see these little fun stamps? There's the dies that go back to them. So everything is coordinated. I know sometimes we're flying through these kits and you don't quite get it all. I love it. We get the sunshine, that really fun sun that you saw on there. Yes, that is a die. And you get even the clouds to go along with it. So it's all one big massive set. And just look at how many stamps you're getting. This is huge. So actually, if you put it all together, if I were just buying these stamps by themselves, because there's so many of them, we would get darn close to probably, I don't know, $35 some. Just these 3 sets of the stamps are included. This just turned out great, Sarah. It's an absolutely adorable set. And it's something you don't see very often. I've never seen you do it. You might have, but I've never seen it.
I think about 15 years ago, we did a few little baby pieces, but never an entire collection like this, Suzanne.
Right.
And I think some people, like, especially if it's a grandchild or something like that, you want to go to town. You want to make the big special cards like this. So you've got all those die cut pieces. You've got the little elements that you can cut out from the paper pad. You've got that, you know, you said about the sun. Yeah. How fabulous, but the sun with the 2 today. It's all about the personalization, Suzanne, all about that personalization. Yeah. My favorite part of the whole collection, a little bit like you, is that beautiful balloon. So it's just, and I think it can be done for girls, it can be done for boys. It's an iconic piece for babies, but then I also think it's quite nice for little toddlers in there as well. I just thought was a bit different. The little banner that you do. So you've got that little piece coming down, ink around the edges on there as well. And then you've got all of the stamps and dies that is just going to finish it off. But don't just think about cards.
But you know what's kind of fun with that banner, though? The banner can be used on a ton of things, not just baby stuff.
Yes. Exactly. And this is the beauty, Suzanne. Look, it's not a massive, massive collection. It's not like a whole Sarah signature where we've got so much, because unless you're doing this as a business, you're probably not making hundreds of baby cards. But you want to know that you've got everything you need in the collection, that when the occasion comes round, you can do the perfect finished card, which is personalized, which is unique, which really tells the story and the sentiment. And if you're anything like me, Suzanne, I've still got the cards from when our Oliver and Charlie were born, and they are 8 and 11 now. Oh. And those are the cards that parents keep. You make somebody, I'm just going to say, if you're ever going to invest in 2 sets, invest in a beautiful wedding collection and invest in a beautiful baby collection, because people keep the cards from when people have babies, from when they get married. Those are the ones that you're pulling out a decade later and going, oh, can you remember? I remember so-and-so made us that card, and it's special, and it's a keepsake.
It's absolutely true. And like you said, you buy it one time, then you don't have to think about it again. And even if you use all the paper, everything else you can use for years and years to come. So that's why I love it. It's a rare opportunity to get a baby toddler set, because I mean, across all the lines I've sold, it's super rare to be able to get this kind of set. So I'm glad you're picking it up tonight. I think there's less than 600 now left. Miss Sarah Davies, thanks for hanging out with me tonight. It was great to see. Oh, we do? Oh, that's right, my hearts. Oh, I'm not letting you go. I'm sorry, I got to send her even more love.
Not.
I'm not letting you go just yet. All right, guys, and again, from Sarah and Crafter's Companion, this one I love. Okay, pardon the pun, but I really do love it. You're getting all these different ways to say love. Now, obviously with Valentine's Day, we all think of that, but for me, I don't care. I use hearts all year long. It could be sympathy, it could be I love you, it could be an anniversary, it could be a birthday, sending you love on your birthday. It just doesn't matter. A lot of people get stuck and think, oh, it's only for Valentine's. No, when you get a heart collection, it's for all year long. And this one turned out fabulous. These are all dies. Again, they'll work back with the Gemini we showed you earlier. And Sarah, I'm so happy once again you decided to do a very specific collection like this.
Oh, I have to say, Suzanne, like I said, wedding cards, baby cards are the 2 big occasions. And I just think if you're wanting to do a really special card, whether it's for Valentine's or whether it's for an anniversary or a special birthday or a wedding, this is the set. Now, use your watercolors, Suzanne, in the background. How incredible is this die? Wow. I have to say, just for this die alone, when we had it's one of our illustrators drew this. I love that die, right? So you've got that beautiful die, great for cutting pieces. Then you know I'm a little bit obsessed with edgeables. You need a heart edgeable in your life. And I love this that we've done. So beautiful heart edgeable. That's with those distressed, you can use the distressed papers that we've got in our collection as well. That looks fabulous. And then if you're wanting something a little bit more trendy, we've got the dropping hearts like this. You've got the love on there. Now, you should all have in the background, you should all have in your stash, like a lock and key. Brilliant for 21st birthdays as well, but lovely, like key to my heart. And then again, while we've got that lovely kind of doodled hearts, I would say, this is the sort of set. So just to show you all of the dies, it's just a die set. I'm going to work on the base. You've probably got some beautiful papers, right? So you've got the edgeable, you've got the trailing hearts, you've got the background heart with the cut-in. There is that one that I was showing you that kind of squiggles along. This is the double hearts drawn out there. So really clever. You've got the love, I love you, the key to my heart, all those components. And what I want to do is just put together a really quick and simple card, Suzanne, because I want to show you here. I've just got some red cardstock that I've put a little bit of glitter onto. And if you take this and use the edgeable piece will go over the card like this. When you cut that out, Suzanne, this is the one that I've done here. So can you see that heart was laid up on here, and it just cuts away all of this part around the outside and leaves you with just the hearts in there. Now, I wanted to show you a clever technique. This is brilliant. This, if I take this and I lay this over a little bit of gold cardstock as well, right? Now, what I will say, you know how you said about the Gemini, and quite a few of them have gone this show already.
Yes.
So we are actually running, just to warn you, a national shortage on Gemini machines. We had such a busy run in the run up to Christmas. We actually sold January, February, March's stock from our warehouse in December. Yeah. So the stock that you've got, you are the only people in America who have stock of our Gemini. We don't have any in our warehouses, Suzanne. So anybody who's looking to get the Gemini and thinking, oh, I'll have a little look around, let me tell you, this is the only place in stock for it at the moment.
And you know what?
And
for the entire day, for all your shows, we're down to about 35 of them.
Right, and that is all I've got, and I'm not sure, Suzanne, if we're going to be able to have any before the March, because I know March is obviously National Craft Month.
Right.
I'm not guaranteeing that we're going to have any before National Craft Month either, just to warn everyone who's kind of thinking about getting hold of their Gemini as it was, right? Yeah. Now, I'm just going to cut the excess off here. You just come round there, and I wanted to show you how we could do a nice, quick, and simple card. So there's the edgeable. I always love having the kind of edge piece, and that gold is what just sets that apart, right? Now, I've got my lovely background papers, so I've just used one of those lovely papers that we had on. This is when I like it, Suzanne, so you can take that gorgeous heart die there, and then we can layer up the next heart over the top. And again, I'm always liking to layer up like gold and red and bring in the different layers like this. I just love that heart. That's the one that we'd used on this one as for a little bit of a shaker in the middle as well. So look how different it looks on the different backgrounds. But then you've also got the interior cuts. If you want to go a little bit different, we could add that into the inside here. So we've got something going on in the middle. You've got the love as well. So I've done the love in the red, and then I'm going to layer it up again in the gold on top of that. And you can see just how quick and easy it is to start and put a card together, Suzanne. You don't need a lot of extra component pieces. These are just the little bits that came out the inside of here as well. Yeah. I've just run them through my Xyron.
That's a great idea. Yeah, just use your leftovers.
It's just quick and easy. Quick and easy, just to all these little pieces that came out. And then actually it needs a little bit on the inside. But look how easy it is to start and put a whole card together, having just all those component pieces. I mean, it's simple though, isn't it, Suzanne?
Yeah, no, actually, it's amazing when you just start playing with the elements. And again, you're never gonna run out of reasons to say, I love you to somebody. And I don't care what year it is, I don't care when it is, it could be anything. Just a complete beautiful heart set with the sayings. I love yous inside here. I love the fact that sometimes too, she was showing you, oh, my big old fingernails, but look at this. You have to understand there's even more pieces than at first glance. So grab this one. We're down to about 450 now remaining. It is almost completely sold out. Obviously, you should get it in time for Valentine's Day. So if you're gonna get those last minute Valentine's cards, this is gonna be covered. But you know, think of everything. Also note that we put up the distressed floral, the kind of that vintage floral card, or excuse me, the paper 12 by 12 kit. We had that up, and that's that card you just saw her finish, was using that distressed paper that we featured in this hour. I'm gonna throw it back to you too. Got about a minute 24 to go. Oh, thanks guys, you're gonna show it? Oh, here it is, Sarah. That's the paper you used in that last card, right?
Oh, so that it just, we do distressed papers really, really beautifully. And if you want to take it to the next level, take those distressed papers, add a little bit of maybe a plum jam ink around the outside, anything with a bit of depth to give it that distressed feel. But I want you to think, yes, it's great for cards, but also think about these for your scrapbook pages as well.
Oh,
I know loads of you out there watching will be big scrapbookers, and I think a lot of these components would be brilliant to use in your scrapbooks. Or we did a craft along this week, teaching people how to make things like these boxes. So if you want to come and craft along with us, this is, you just go onto YouTube and search Crafter's Companion, and all of these items that we have, we always do live craft alongs on YouTube where people from all over the world, we wait till you've had your deliveries and then we do live craft alongs with them to teach people how to make some slightly more advanced projects like these ones here.
That is awesome. All right, Sarah Davies, we love you. What time are you back today?
I'm back at 11 a.m. and then tomorrow night with Adam.
Okay, and thanks for hanging out with us, because I know it's in the wee morning hours there in England. Wee morning hours. She's probably gonna get like 2 hours of sleep. All right, guys, here's what's happening. I'm coming back from 7 to 9 with Suzanne Gets Crafty, my own show, and then 9:30 we're gonna go live